So I woke up this morning and it was generally a good morning. I had some coffee, I took out my dogs, and then when I went on Twitter, I found this picture of the new Dragon Ball Daima villain, who is the resurrection basically of Majin Buu, the second coming, called Majin Kuu. I know, crazy difference in the name. This picture of him was trending, and I was curious as to why. Why was everyone talking about this artwork as if it is a massive problem in the Dragon Ball art community and just people who enjoy good Dragon Ball designs in general? What is the reason for this? Well, I wanted to dive into it, and literally as soon as I clicked on it, I see this. I would say more or less this is the reason that even this artwork is trending right now across Twitter, and that is from Dododoya, who says, "The Dragon Ball fan art gaslighting has begun, and it is working." And looking at this objectively, guys, I think I know what he's saying. He's saying that the design of Majin Kuu is buns. It is terrible. It is not an appealing design. It looks awful, and it's strange because the animation style and just the level of animation from Daima has been so good, and even this scene where they create Majin Kuu is pretty badass. But here's the problem. The design itself is inherently bad because it's connected to the Cybermen, and honestly, it looks like, well, I mean, look at this. Slow basically explains it himself. It is essentially just something you could create in Xenoverse, exactly what I said days ago, and he actually did it. He recreated it. And that's the problem. This design is just ugly. But I mean, you guys let me know if you guys think this is ugly. Let me know in the comments. Is it ugly? Is it not ugly? Do you like it? There are some people that are defending it. Dododoya is not one of them. That is the reason that this artwork is trending, because what he is saying is that the design is so ugly, but the gaslighting from the Dragon Ball fan art community comes from the fact that they are going to draw this as amazing, beautiful, and gorgeous, and just epic and evil, and just so expertly diabolical looking that we're gonna forget that it's a bad design, or be kind of gaslit into thinking that it is a good design, that it is an actually good looking villain, which is something that, I mean, objectively, the majority of the Dragon Ball community has said this is an ugly villain. So what gives? Is this ugly or is this not? I will let you know right now that this artwork right here, it does not change anything for me. I think that the design still has a lot of problems. I'll be honest, this kind of just looks like a Cyberman with a Majin Buu pants. That's basically what we got here, and it is cool to think about if this was more of a Cyberman, like a advanced version of a Cyberman, but connecting it to Majin Buu is the major problem for me, because this is the third villain that we have gotten that has come back, and this is the second one that has come back with a terrible design and just looking butt ugly. But I'm about to tell you guys, there are a few designs on here artwork wise that really kind of did gaslight me a little bit in thinking that this design, it could be kind of cool. It could be kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. I am not gonna lie. So I'm gonna show you guys some of this artwork. Of course, I'm gonna leave links to all the artwork in the description below. Come on, I try to support as many artists as I can and give that full support to the art community. So I will be giving those links in the description below. But at the end of this, there is one design that to me is probably the one that would have been the biggest upgrade to this original design, but we'll get to that in a minute. Let's get to some of this artwork. This one right here to me seems like what more than likely it's gonna look like when this guy actually fights. Looks the most realistic and faithful to the Daima style, and it looks like exactly what we will be getting, I would imagine, either next episode or episode after that, when Goku ultimately fights this guy. And I have a feeling that this creature is going to push Goku to go to Super Saiyan 3, or at least be toe to toe with him in Super Saiyan 2, if not more. Some people are saying that this guy can actually absorb, which I don't think that's the case, where the original Majin Buu is pink, gelatinous, and can absorb right off the rip. This is based off a Cyberman who cannot absorb, so I don't think this guy is going to absorb anything. This next one is a little bit less known, but again, I thought it looked pretty cool, and this is just a more bulky version of the original with red eyes, and I think like in this context, it looks a lot stronger, it looks a lot better design-wise, because he looks like he can actually hold his own, and it's pulling a lot. And when I say a lot, it is pulling freight away from the Cyberman aesthetic. He does not look more like a Cyberman in this. In this, honestly, he looks almost like he's part of like Hit's race, just green. So I do think this one is definitely a major upgrade when it comes to the actual designs or the design of Majin Kuu. But again, this one is probably the most far-fetched, because unless he gets bulkier and stronger, like say full power Frieza, then yeah, he's not gonna look like this at all. He's gonna look something entirely different, which is fine, but again, this one I think he looks pretty strong if he was redesigned to be a little bit bigger. Alright, this next one, guys, this one had me rethinking the entire Majin Kuu design entirely. Where I originally hated it, this artwork that I'm about to show you, and I'm really not gassing it up, guys, and I don't even think this artwork's gaslighting me. I think this is just a different way to interpret Majin Kuu, and to me that means that they made him as badass as possible, but in a different type of art style. So it looks really, really cool, and I'm going to show you exactly what it is right here. Boom, look at that. This is Majin Kuu in an entirely unique design. Does not look anything like Dragon Ball. Looks more like something you'd find in Demon Slayer. But he works. He looks like a menace. He looks like a goblin. The fact is that it's the face, I think. He still has the pants, the green. He looks like a Cyberman still if you like squint with the Majin Buu pants. But it's his face. He looks serious. His ears are more pointed. He's got red eyes. He looks like he kind of has a mound of a nose, not a regular nose, but a mound. And his lips are smaller. He looks less comical. That's the point. Not only that, but it's giving immense aura. And I have to praise the artist here because this is phenomenal. Like, this is, I mean, I'm not even gonna say this is gaslighting, because this is not gaslighting. They didn't really change him too much. They just changed the artwork and the method with which he's being shown. So yeah, he looks entirely different here, but he looks 10 times better than the original. But I'm going to show you right now the change that I think was, or is, the biggest change that could, in the simplest one, that could make this character look 20 times better, and that is red eyes. Or more red irises, black eyes, black. More connected to that Kid Buu. That's what we needed. This right here is the perfect version of this character. Less goofy, less silly. The black eyes make him look like a unit, like a villain. It makes him look like he's got some sort of connection to Kid Buu at least, or this witch that created Kid Buu and Majin Kuu, but he just looks far better. It is a great small life change to make a bland, boring, and silly design look like it, to be honest, could be one of the best Dragon Ball villains that we've gotten since Moro. And I'm hyping it up because I know for a fact when they finally animate this guy fighting, it's going to be great. And then that's when people are going to be coming out of the woodwork saying that he was amazing all along. And I'm here to say that no, he was not. His design's not good, but the fighting and the animation of Dragon Ball Daima is carrying it. But what do you guys think of this design or any of the designs? Let me know in the comments what you would change to make them look better.